Welcome back to Fox and Friends on this Easter Sunday. Well, Ronald Reagan, the great communicator, was considered a courageous leader. As a man and a politician, he endured political challenges and even a bullet to the chest without deterring from his vision. Author James Strock says today's leaders can learn a lot from the former president. His new book is Reagan on Leadership, and it's available now. James, nice to see you this morning.
Great to be with you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Welcome to the show. I'm curious, you say that leadership is this golden thread woven through all of Reagan's life, all of his time as president, and even his post-presidency. Take us through that. What does leadership as defined by Ronald Reagan mean?
Well, I think leadership as defined by Ronald Reagan is all about serving others, helping others get to their greatest potential. And in the case of Ronald Reagan, whether he was in high school student government, as a student leader in college, as a labor leader in Hollywood, and of course as governor or as president, he was always about serving others.
I love that theme, and I love one of the quotes that you chose specifically from the book that stands out. We'll throw it up here on the screen. He said, "The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one who gets the people to do the greatest things." So for leadership for him wasn't about selfish reasons.
No, and the fact is, as you know, as President Reagan pointed out, no matter how much an individual might accomplish, one can do so much more if one's greatest accomplishment is helping others accomplish more.
And one of you say in the book, one of his greatest accomplishments is his compelling vision and his extraordinary focus on getting things accomplished. What can we take away from that today?
Well, let me give you an example. Having served in his administration, what you found at that time was that everybody from the American people, and of course those working for him day to day, knew exactly what he hoped to accomplish. He wanted to defeat the Soviet Union and to increase freedom at home with lower taxes and less regulation. When things are that clear, people's energies can be unleashed in a very, very powerful way.
You know, there are a lot of books on leadership out there. There's, of course, books about extraordinary leaders of companies. Jack Welch has a great book out there. Steve Jobs, all these great leaders of companies. And if, I run a small business and I pick up this book, what could this mean for me in my business? What could I learn from your book about leadership?
Well, I was honored that Tom Peters, one of the great management experts of our time, who did a lovely foreword for this book, points out that anybody from the 24-year-old CEO of a startup to a engineering firm manager can learn, because Reagan's techniques, which were applied on a very big scale, are equally applicable in much more, day-to-day situations. Right. Keeping a vision, keeping focused, living your values, communicating well. These are things that all of us can do and benefit from.
And realizing your shortcomings and bringing other people to do some great work around you. James Strock, the book is called Reagan on Leadership. Pick it up now. Thanks so much for joining us, and happy Easter to you.
Many thanks. Same to you.
Thanks, James.